Hello everyone, a very warm welcome to the session of Next Generation Farming. Yes, you heard it right. The next generation farming, and that is precision farming, because precision farming is going to change the status of farming in our country as well. Yes, it is the future of India. So in today's session, we will be discussing about the precision farming, the important tool and techniques, how it is different from the traditional farming, what are the advantages and what are the limitations of precision farming or the challenges in our country. So let's start this session. The very first, what is actually the precision farming? See, when we talk about the word precision, the word particularly precision is taken from precise. And what is the meaning of precise? Precise means accurate, accuracy. So when we bring accuracy with respect to the application of inputs in our farming, such kind of system is known as precision farming. And how is it this possible? How we can bring the accuracy in our farming? By strategic planning, by use of information and technology. So we can say, in other words, precision farming is a present time information and data based farming system which aims or which focuses on reducing the input wastage and bringing the preciseness, accuracy in our farm management practices so that the yield can be maximized. At the same time, it is a sustainable approach. Why? It is said the sustainable approach because it focuses on all the three important pillars. That is the social sector. Social sector means precision farming has the capability to fulfill the food requirements of the present generation as well as saving our natural resources for the future generation. Then comes the second factor, that is economic factor. Yes, precision farming can give you a lot of benefit with respect to the financial aspect. And the third, ecological basis. Yes, precision farming reduces the chemical wastage, thus leading to a better environment. It reduces the pollution in many different ways, which we will be talking about in today's session only. So precision farming is an information and technology based farm management system. It identifies, analyzes and manages the field variability, performs crop production practice in the right way at the right place and the right time. So basically precision farming is all about that we have to collect the data, then we have to analyze the data, and then accordingly we have to respond by bringing the variability in the application of inputs. And that's the complete story of precision farming. Now moving forward, and let's talk about the tools and techniques of the precision farming. See, when we talk about precision farming, there are multiple tools and techniques used in precision farming. A single tool or a single technique won't be able to lead to precise farming. But in today's session, we will be discussing about some of the most important tools and techniques that are very important in precision farming and important from your exam point of view as well. So the very first we have the GPS. The name itself says Global Positioning System. Positioning means particularly GPS is used for the mapping purpose. For mapping, for locating different places within a field. And when we talk about GIS, Geographic Information System, the name itself has the word information. That means GIS is a software that stores, analyze and displays the data. Okay, and then we have drones. Drones is something which has multiple uses. Drones provide us aerial images, and at the same time they are used for spraying of pesticide and fertilizers as well. Then we have the grid sampling. Grid sampling is a kind of a specific soil sampling in your precision farming, in which we divide the field into grid, as shown in the image, that we divide the field into grid in boxes, and each grid or each box has a size of on an average 0.25 hectare depending upon the size of the field. And from each and every grid, each and every box, you have to take the soil sample, and then each and individual grid soil sampling, and then further soil testing will be done. Such kind of soil sampling is known as grid sampling. Then we have variable technology or the variable rate technology known as VRT. one of the very crucial and important technique or basically application method in precision farming, which says that we have to bring the variability in the application of fertilizers, pesticides, or any resource that is used in a farming system. VRT simply means application of various of inputs with respect to site. Okay, bringing the variability or site specific management is done by the use of VRT, that is variable rate technology. Then we have remote sensors. Now remote sensors provide us the aerial images through which we can do the crop monitoring properly, analysis of a particular area. And remote sensing is something which is not only related to agriculture, it has a vast scope. Why? Because remote sensing is used in agriculture, forest mapping, for the defense sector, each and every sector of our country, of the complete planet. Basically, remote sensing is very important. Then we have the proximate sensors. Basically, proximate sensors have the same functioning as the remote sensors, but the difference is that if we want the data or we want to analyze something from very close to the ground surface, then proximate sensors are more appropriate than the remote sensors. Okay, remote sensors will also provide you all the physical characters of a particular target from a distance. But in case of proximate sensors, if you want something from a close distance, then proximate sensors are better cup of tea. Okay, so these are the basic your tools and techniques of the precision farming, and the same is written in this particular slide as well, that what are the 4 techniques of precision farming: GPS, remote sensing, GIS, variable rate technology, and then we have yield monitoring as well. Yield monitoring is a kind of a result, that what is the benefit, what yield at the end you get when you have done precision farming. Okay, then now let's talk about the cycle of precision farming. What are the various phases? The very first is the data collection. Data collection simply means that soil sampling, that too by the grid sampling method. Then the very first is that you have to collect the complete data of a particular farm. When you will be knowing a particular issue within your farm, then only you will be able to provide the solution, to provide the variability. Correct? So the very first is the data collection. Then the data particularly collected has to be properly analyzed, has to be properly mapped, so that variability in the input application can be brought in the future. Then we have the management decision, that first you did data collection, then the analysis of that particular data. Now you have to take the management decision, that how you will be bringing the variability with respect to the different sites. Or in simple words, we can say it refers to the determining the site specific needs, and then you have to maintain or basically VRT strategies, how you will be bringing farm. Then we have the precise application. In simple words, we can say the VRT, variable rate technology. Any input that you are using, it should be variable. Why? Because precision farming says that our soil, our farm is not of homogeneous nature, it is of heterogeneous nature. So why we are providing the same kind of inputs all over the field? Okay, so then we have to bring the variation in with respect to the application of various of inputs. And then evaluation and yield monitoring, it is a kind of a result of your precision farming. In this particular 5th step, you will verify, you will check that precision farming gave you any benefits or not. Then only you will be able to judge yourself that whatsoever variability you brought in the farm was correct or not, what were the major issues or what were the plus points in your precision farming, correct? And then the cycle goes back to the first, that is the data collection, because when we analyze the data or when the data is collected, the historical data is also seen, it is also observed, so that we should not repeat the same mistakes in the next crop or the next season. And that's how a data driven process is done in the precision farming. Okay, now let's compare the precision farming and the traditional farming, how they are different from each other. See, The very first is that traditional farming says that a soil is a homogeneous in nature. It treats the soil in homogeneous way, means all the characters of the soil, whether it is structure, whether it is a level of moisture or the nutrient status. Each and everything is same all around the field. But precision farming says no. Soil is not homogeneous in nature, it is heterogeneous in nature. So basically in traditional farming, whole field management is done, that is a uniform application is done. But when we talk about the precision farming, variability is maintained within the field and site specific management is done. Then the resource use, high, often wasteful. Why? Because of uniform application, we use a lot of input, specifically the chemical one, and as a result there is a lot of wastage. But in case of precision farming, there is a better optimized and efficient use of wastage. Data dependence, traditional farming doesn't rely, or it has a very low reliance on the experience or the history of the previous data. But in case of precision farming, it is high data driven. All the decisions are done, all the decision making is done on the basis of the previous data that you have. Then application of the inputs, generally the broadcasting. Here broadcasting means that same rate of application is maintained everywhere. But in case of precision farming, preciseness is maintained, target specific approach is only done. And then environmental impact, see, in case of traditional farming, when we are using a lot of chemical based fertilizer, herbicide and pesticide, a more of wastage is done, and as a result there are higher chances of pollution, water pollution, air pollution, soil pollution. So it has a negative impact on the environment. But when we talk about precision farming, it has reduced the environmental footprint. Why? Because of the less wastage, hence reducing the negative impacts of the chemical. Okay, so that's the difference between the precision farming and traditional farming. Then if we talk about the benefit, see, the very first economic benefit of the precision farming is that it increases the crop productivity and yields. Okay, it will increase the yield. Why? Because you're bringing the preciseness, more accuracy to your farm. Then it reduces the input cost because you are only using inputs as they are needed. No extra inputs are applied. Then improve efficiency and profitability and the better risk management. Then environmental benefits, yes, it reduces the chemical runoff and the pollution. Then it optimizes the water use. Why? Because we are providing water also in a precise way as required by soil, as much required by crop. We are not providing water in excess. It improves the soil health and sustainability. Obviously, when we are not using the excess of chemicals, so it improves the soil health and lower greenhouse gases emission at the same time. Social and other benefit, it enhances the food security basically. Okay, improves the traceability and food safety. It reduces the labor through automation, specifically important in those areas where labor cost is quite high or there are not sufficient number of laborers available. And yes, precision farming is attracting the youth to the modern agriculture. Okay, so these are the basic benefits. If we talk about the challenges by precision farming in adoption in our country, the very first is the high initial cost. Initial cost, maintenance cost is very high. That's why the farmers of our country are not switching to precision farming. Then the technical complexity, people or basically the farmers or the rural sector of our country is not that much educated. They don't have that technical knowledge and skill, and that's one of the major gapping reason that precision farming is not popular in our country. Data issues are also there, infrastructure gaps are also there, proper internet power connection facilities are not available in your rural areas. That's why farmers are not able to get those skills or use precision farming. And then the small farm size. See, in our country, mostly the farmers have small and marginal lands, and precision farming is more beneficial in the larger farm areas. So these are the major challenges that are being faced by the farmers of our country. Okay. So thank you so much. Here we wrap up today's session of the next generation farming, that is precision farming. Share your views in comment section that is it possible that in future the farmers of our country can switch to precision farming. I need to know your views as well. Okay, ending the session. Bye everyone. Thank you so much. Take care.